Hello there. We're on the phone today because my laptop decided to die halfway through the recording. So this is take two. This is Captain's log. The time is, I don't know, I can't read. Like 6 o'clock. And it's the third week of the challenge is now over. And we're going to be talking about what I've learned on the third week. My hair is a bit of a mess. I need to get it cut. And it's actually probably been the most productive week. Fucking hell. It's probably been the most productive week since I started, to be honest, because I've actually got some stuff done. I've actually taken action this week. I made a video recently about strategy and tactics and how if you kind of get stuck in your own head, you're going to have problems actually making any money because strategy doesn't do anything, it's just a plan. Eventually, you need to transition from creating a plan to acting on the plan. Grab a coffee, by the way. We'll probably be here for a while. All right. Topics really. What we've done today, what we've done this week. We'll be talking about procrastination a little bit. We'll be talking about some people who have really helped me and inspired me and who have lent me their time and advice, which I really, really value. Goals for this channel in general, and then plans for next week and next week's log. So we'll start with what I've done this week. So I mentioned it's really been about implementing tactics, and it really has been. So I realized that I was stuck in my head a little bit too much the previous few weeks, which is kind of necessary. You need to spend some time researching and learning and understanding things. But it gets you to a point, you know? Eventually you need to start taking action on those plans. So I've started building a prospect list this week, and at the beginning of the week, I struggled with some procrastination because it's a new process for me. It's not really something I'm used to doing. And with any new process, I found that the best way to deal with that feeling of procrastination is to try to understand the process as best I can from start to finish. So I watched a guy basically do some prospecting, like an hour-long video on YouTube. And I got to see how he did it. I asked some copywriters some questions about it, got some reassurance, and then I think I was ready to start. If you're procrastinating, you're either afraid or you're just not ready. So you've got to think about what you can do to change that situation. If you're afraid, you probably need some exposure. If you have a lack of understanding, like you're not ready, you just need to learn more. Maybe ask people some questions about it, see what they think. And that was enough for me. So I started, I have maybe 30 or 35 prospects on the list. I'm adding to it every day. My goal is to add 10 people every day. I still got to add like 3 or 4. I only did like 6 this morning because I woke up a bit late. But I want to make it unconscious. I want to make it like a habit every day. Just wake up, put 10 people on the list, and then this week is going to be about emailing those people and actually reaching out and having high quality, engaging, personalized human messages, because I don't want to be doing this outreach forever. It's dull. Like, it's not fun at all. I want to have a list of maybe 200-300 people, and I want to use that list and get a couple clients from it. So I don't have to do this again all year. I'd love to be able to find 2 or 3 clients from this and then not have to do it again for maybe 6 months. That would be ideal. So in order to do that, my outreach attempts have to be quality. So shout out to Jackie Pierce. You can find her on Twitter and on YouTube. She was answering a few of my questions about prospecting. And that's essentially what we were talking about. That you basically just need a list of 200 to 300 people. That's enough. you should be able to get a client or two from that. I also asked some questions to Corbin Buff, another copywriter. You can find him on YouTube. Corbin was great. He's been super helpful. And we were talking a little bit about the most important thing starting an online business is basically reaching out, and that you should be doing more outreach than you think necessary. So that's the next stage. That's the tactical implementation I was talking about. You have a strategy, you have a business plan, a vision for 10 years in the future, great. But what are you doing today? What are you doing today to make that a reality? It's important. Yeah. So goals for next week. Like I said, I want to be reaching out to all those members on my list. I want to make outreach an unconscious habit, a conscious habit, but a routine, so to speak. An hour or two a day, just grinding out, getting emails sent out. And then I want to spend the rest of my time getting as much expertise in email marketing as I possibly can. So taking courses, watching videos, listening to podcasts, reading high quality copy, which I've signed up to on my email list. I've joined their email lists. And I just want to spend my time learning as much as I can and becoming an expert in this, because this is now my expertise. This is now my business. This is my trade, so to speak. So I need to be good at it. Sure, getting clients is great, but you need to be able to deliver on your deliverable. So getting clients, delivering great work, I mean, that is like 80% of the work right there. That is 80% of what you need to be doing. And that's going to be next week. Reaching out, getting good at email marketing. Now let's talk a little bit about this channel, because I've had some thoughts about this, and I was watching Tom Foley's recent log, and he's I think week 9 into his 12 week maybe like 13-week challenge. So he's about 2/3 of the way through, and he's saying that he likes growing his channel, but after about 100 followers, 100 subscribers, you start to lose motivation. And I certainly found that that's true on Twitter. I have realized that Twitter is great. Twitter is great for meeting people. Twitter is great for the human connection. And being able to engage directly with bigger creators, that's great. But I don't know if Twitter is going to be a big part of my business. I don't think it will be. I think I'll keep posting on Twitter. But I think I prefer YouTube. I think I prefer making videos a lot more, which is ironic because I'm a writer. You'd think I'd like the writing platform, but actually I think Twitter is very baseless. And I don't like the idea that you have to hug these big creators nuts all the time to get any kind of traction. I think that kind of defeats the point. You want to just be doing your thing, and if people come in, they come in. Like organic reach on Twitter is just like non-existent. So there's thoughts, right? So I could try and grow to like 1,000 followers on Twitter, just do whatever I have to do, right? Suck some people, behind a few alleyways, and get to 1,000 followers, and then kind of start to be a bit more authentic and stuff. But why not just put that work into building a YouTube channel instead? Like, I get way more organic reach on here than I do on Twitter. Like, it's not even close. I made a short yesterday and it got like 600 views. Got a couple subscribers. Hello there, new friends. And it was kind of fun too. Learned a bit of video editing. So, I don't know. I'm thinking, do I want to use YouTube for my business, or do I want to use Twitter? Not sure, to be honest. All I know is I want to help people, and I want this not to be too much about me and more about my story. And the story is building a business from scratch and filming it so you guys can see what's up, the struggles I'm going through, how I overcome them, hopefully get a few lessons out of it. And if nothing else, it's just documentation of my journey to a successful business. And I think that's enough. That's enough for me. In the future, I hope to make this more of a brand, right? I want to help people. If I get a couple thousand subscribers here in YouTube, I want to see how I can help you. If there's specific content you're after, or if there's a specific product that there's a gap in the market and I can kind of make a business there, that's something I'm open to. But so far, I just want to make actual stories, actual genuine content, not just oh, look at this funny thing, I laughed, but more like, this is the story I'm telling, and I want you to come along, and together we can kind of make the world a better place. That sounds a bit dreamy, but I think that's what I want. I think it speaks to a greater purpose. I'm going to walk around a bit now. It speaks to a greater purpose in my life. I don't want to just make money, although I do want to do that. I don't just want to make money. I also want to be fulfilled and help society in general. So I'm thinking about how I can do that. And I think it's through this. I think it's building my business, becoming successful, and then showing others how. And hopefully bringing people up with me. So yeah. Other goal for next week is get my freaking beard cut, because I'm starting to look like a hobo. So hopefully by the time you next see me, I'll look a bit different. But I think we'll cut it here because it's getting a bit long. But thank you guys for tuning in. Stay tuned for more videos. If you've got this far, you're a G. You can like the video. Leave a comment if you have any questions, and I'll see you in the week. Bye-bye, guys.